Guys, today we have the admin house, whatever you guys want to call it, and I thought of something pretty fun. We're gonna take this house and basically duplicate it, except this one is gonna be totally realistic. RTX on, if you will. Anyways, to start things out, we're gonna grab just the base here and just the inside floor, just so we can keep the size correct. And guys, I'm super excited for this. The only way to start, well, that's to get started. I do have some textures ready to go that I have right back here, and those are going to help us quite a bit. Now, what I'm going to do first is probably the best thing ever. We're going to make this a little bit bigger just to have like the whole scene on it. And then we're going to go to our plugins, part to terrain, and normal grass. Click right there. There we go. And now this, let's see. Let's just scale it into the ground here. Let's get these studs off it. It's been so long since I've worked with studs. Now, this will be the inside ground. So real quick, we'll head over to our editor, paint and leafy grass, and we're just gonna paint where the house is sitting. There we go. Now we don't have any grass kind of peeking through. We can fix it up later on as well. So for the inside ground, I'm thinking like a marble, like a white marble. We do have some textures. I'm gonna grab this one. So this for the main ground, but then I want to have a circle that's like really nice carpet. So let's grab a cylinder, turn it right here, flatten it out. We'll scale it up maybe to about here. We're gonna bring it just above this. Now with this circle, we're gonna grab this texture right here, which looks really, really nice. We're gonna throw it on top of this circle. Of course, they have weird faces. I think this would be the front. No, the right, the left. There we go. And we are gonna rotate this part just like this, so it kind of fits with the flow of the room. And then just to kind of make it perfect, we're gonna copy the position and paste it into our circle. And we will have to bring it up. There we go. Now inside this house doesn't have anything, I don't think. Yeah, nothing. The door is a bit off-centered. We might center it. I don't know yet. But for now, we have this carpet, and then I want to have a normal part to make a actual shape with this carpet, and we'll put those all the way out to the sides. And this is gonna have to be just a hair under that one, but still on top of the floor. Now, of course, we want it the same way, so we're gonna rotate this part, scale it in this way, and then bring it out like this, duplicate it, and throw it on the other side. Bro, this is already looking dope. Now, for our wall height, to make sure we have it the exact same, I'm just gonna do this. That's to the top wall, and we'll bring it on over here. There we go. We'll keep them a little thick, something along these lines, and make sure all of these are smooth. Studs, get out of here, man. And they should probably go too. There we go. And for the front, we just have the one window and the one door. So we're gonna duplicate this, drag it over to this side. How far are we sticking off? I'd say about that much. And then we'll duplicate it again. The door can go here, and the window can go right here. We'll make that a little bit wider. Perfect. Now we have two windows on every other side of the building. So let's just toss the walls down. All right, so now with all of the walls down and perfectly proportioned for each other, we're gonna bring in a dummy to go off our size reference, just so we can see where the windows should be. So let's go ahead, rotate this guy. We'll duplicate this part right here, drag it down, and I think this is about a good height for a window. Then we'll just duplicate it, throw it on the top. Now these do have curved windows, but I think I'm gonna end up doing squares either way. We'll see. Maybe. This is definitely a lot bigger of a window than the original house though, but it's gonna look amazing. Boom! All the walls and windows are in place, and now let's go ahead and get this sort of this thing. I'm gonna duplicate these, or let's do C and V. That'll get them out of the group, and I'm just gonna put them over here so we have the same height for the building. Very important. And now what I'm gonna do is just use, let's see, do they have the inside? Yeah, you can see the roof in here, but that's not too realistic. So we're gonna just use slopes, because in an actual house, the ceiling would be flat. I said slopes, definitely meant wedges. We're gonna line it up right to the edge, bring it up to the top where this one is, little higher. There we go. Rotate it twice and put one on this side. And now we're gonna go in a couple times. Let's just move this to like one stud. So we'll go in one and then in one on this one. That's too much. Now we'll go down to 0.25. Drag this one back. Okay, that's perfect. Then we'll match the color. Perfect. Up next, let's get this roof done, man. First and easiest idea would just be slap a part on the top, just like this, and then add our roof decal, or texture, I mean, to this part. Now that's gonna be the easiest possible way to do this, and that's what we're gonna try first. Overhang these just a little bit. Let's grab our texture here, paste it on. Honestly, that's not bad. Now, if we grab this, we'll pick screen color and we'll go sort of right here and maybe try to put this on all the other side. I like that. It does need to be more red though. And boom, there we go. Pretty simple. I do think these should be a little bit bigger. I'm gonna move this to like 13 and 13. Yes. And then we're just gonna duplicate the texture a few times and put it on every face. Let's duplicate it, rotate it twice, do Control L to switch to the global axis instead of local. There we go. Now our overhang is about one click off on that side. So let's move that to one more, maybe one more. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Keep in mind, our roof is not exactly centered. Now for the middle piece, we're gonna grab this and we will of course work with it and make it fit nice. It would almost be cool to keep the little studs on the top as like an ode to the original house, but not that cool. Off with the studs we go. Slap this texture into it. Yeah, that'll work. Now let's slap a texture on all of these walls just to make it really nice and real. Then we'll get into the door frame, window frames, everything like that, and it'll start really coming along. We need a chimney, so let's do that real quick since it's super easy. All right, we're gonna have it like this and then duplicate this part. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we're gonna bring this up. Then we're gonna duplicate it one more time and do it one, but going out this time instead of in. So out one, out one. There we go. We'll be able to add some nice stuff to this. Now let's get on with our textures. So over here we have this brick texture that I thought would be perfect for all of this. All right, guys, let's watch the magic happen. Here we go. Paste into selected. Oh yeah, that is actually, bro, that's nuts. We're gonna do it to this as well. Let's paste into selected, or just paste into. There we go. And we need a nice rock one for this and this. Bro, this is looking nuts. Wait till we get to lighting as well. It's gonna look insane. All right, guys, with the walls done, the chimney done, a little bit of smoke added, this is looking pretty good. Now what I want to do is go ahead and make the windows, and yes, I am gonna keep them square. I think it'll look better in the long run. For the video, I don't know, man. We might do one square. If it doesn't look good, we'll change it to a rounded, but for now, square it is. So let's bring it apart, make sure our movement's here. It is. Let's throw this part right in the window, make it stick out just a little bit. We'll go on both sides, because why not? Do something like this, and I'm betting we could use this same thing for the bottom of the window at the very least, just to keep that sort of, that vibe, I guess. Now I'm gonna put one of these at the bottom and one at the top, just like this. We'll scale this one over to about here, and then we're gonna bring it in on both sides, and of course, remove our texture, because we don't overly want that same texture. In fact, we have one over here. I thought this one was really cool. I don't know how I can use it on this build, or if I can at all, but it's really cool. We had a metal, maybe this one? So we're just gonna paste into it, and then we're gonna duplicate it, let's see, like 6 times. There we go. And then each of these, we just have to change what face it's on. Usually, I wouldn't put a texture on every side, especially if you can't see the side, but this isn't for like a live game or anything, so I'm just kind of doing it. We're gonna change this to metal as well. Oh yeah, look at that. Yo, now we're gonna duplicate this again, guys. Bring it in like this, and we might change the outside ones. Now that I'm thinking about it, the inner should be just the metal, and the outer ones could be just something else. I'm not sure, but for now we'll keep it. I think it looks all right. Now we're gonna do this one more time along the entire window. So one right here, duplicate it, put one up top, and then we're gonna do duplicate, rotate, rotate, turn, turn. That didn't exactly work how I wanted it to, but I guess it's okay. Easy to adjust. Now that we have this, we're gonna grab this right here, shrink it down, put it through the center, just like that. And yeah, I am gonna change these outer ones, I think. They definitely don't need to be metal. I wonder if wood would look cool. Ew, definitely not. I kind of like concrete, I'm not gonna lie. Gives a good little contrast. I'll take it. Let's grab this. We're gonna duplicate it, turn off our movement, and we're gonna scale it in a little bit more and just scale it up. And then we can, of course, remove our textures and make sure it's not metal because, yeah, it's actually gonna be glass. Not grass, glass. All right, guys, so I just found this window shine in the toolbox. I'm saddened that we type in window and get this. The toolbox is so scuffed. But we're gonna bring this transparency quite a bit up. We just wanted to kind of hint on the window, something like that, just to give a little bit more depth, I guess. I don't really know what the right word would be. And this overall is looking pretty all right. However, I don't know about the metal. Like, I keep loving it, but then hating it. Maybe like this, and then these could be like white. Yeah, personally, I think that looks quite a bit better. Now let's duplicate this and throw it on every window spot. All right, guys, all windows are placed, and I added a little step in the front door. There we go. We have a nice inside as well. I think this is looking very good. However, I'm wondering if we should change the inside to a paint instead of a brick. We'll see. At the very least, we should do the ceilings. So let's grab this and this, and let's pick our paint. Do we have a paint? We don't. Dang. L human. Oh, what do I have over here? Paint. Would you look at that? Let's go this for the ceiling. Heck yeah. That definitely gives us a bit more variety. I got it, guys. Change this to wood. There we go. And then let's put a little barrier around here and a window. All we need now is a little bit of a door handle. So I'm going to duplicate this, drag it down. It'll be a very, very simple handle. Change this to metal. Now I'm going to spruce up this terrain. And then the biggest thing to come from all of this, guys, the lighting. It'll help transform this whole thing into a completely different monster. All right, guys, so I've added in a little bit of terrain, a few trees, and we're looking pretty good. I can't even lie. What we're gonna do next is the lighting, man. It's gonna take this scene from like a 4 to at least a 6 or a 7, man. So check it out. We have a plugin called Atmos Skyboxes, and my favorite one is the clouded sky. There's a bunch of them that you can pick from, and these are skyboxes that come with lighting effects. You don't have to apply the lighting effects, but we're going to. So check this out. You can scroll around. This is the pro version, which I do believe costs Robux, but you know, hey, not affiliated or anything. Just think it's a cool plugin. If we apply this, look at this before, and now we're gonna apply this and look at the after when everything loads. This is so good. We are gonna need to move the sun. Let's just put it over that way. Maybe down a little bit. Shadows are important. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, that looks pretty all right. But just the before and after with Atmos alone is absolutely insane. Let's put that one back on, and it just looks so good. All right, I think this is gonna be our winner, guys. Absolutely insane. If we go to the before and the after, we have practically turned on RTX for this build. I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.